Hi guys, Lee from Bloody Brush Studio here, and I'm here to do a battle report with my good mate Dirk. How we doing?
Good, yourself?
I think we're all good. Is everyone out there good? I hope so. So today we're doing a 1750 point game. It's going to be Deathguard versus Tau. Dirk, how many times have I beaten you?
Good question. I'd say 0.
It's 0. I have not beaten Dirk before in a game. And what army have you...
games?
Yeah, and what army have you played each and every time?
Tau. Tau's my only army.
And
it's for the greater good.
For the greater good, he kicks my ass for the greater good because it makes everyone else feel better, I think. No. So every game's been fantastic. Dirk smashed me in some, and some we've had a little bit closer, but he's just pulled out, with a bit of luck. So yeah, today I'm running something a little bit tougher than I normally run against him. So hopefully that's something. I don't like my chances though, because he is a very good player with the Tau. He knows what he's doing. So I've got to see what I can do to try and win this. So the mission we're playing, which we'll discuss later, I think might help a little bit.
We'll see.
So anyway, Dirk, tell us about yourself. Tell us what you've been working on. How's the Tau running for you at the moment?
Tau going good. I'm loving Tau except for crisis suits, obviously, because the points just don't really work. But everything else in the army and the codex has been really good. Tau Sept is the strongest by far. I don't think the other Septs just have anything on the Tau Sept.
So what's the issue with crisis suits at the moment? So for people that aren't familiar with Tau, how they play, what's the issue with crisis suits? Do I see this pop up a bit?
The points wise, just you spend way too much for a unit that really only can deep strike, and they're going to die pretty much the turn that they come down. They're pretty durable, but just the points that you put into them just isn't cost effective for the damage output when you're hitting on 4+.
So what's the average point value for a crisis suit?
42 points for a crisis suit. Then you've got to pay for the weapons. So usually missile pod's 24 points, the fusion blast is 21 points, a flamer's 9 points, burst cannon 8 points. Plasma's 11, but the plasma's got worse because it doesn't have the 2 damage like overcharge, so that was just frustrating.
Yeah, so would you like to see a points drop in the next back come through for them?
Points drop or plasma's got better would be ideal.
What do you reckon would be better, make him a bit stronger to match the points or to drop the points?
Drop the points.
Drop the points.
Yeah.
Well, Games Workshop, you're planning on watching this, but Dirk says drop the points. Drop the points. Anything else that's been going on for you as well? Have you been playing many tournaments lately?
Played a tournament a couple of weeks ago. I probably would have placed quite highly, but I dropped out of the last game. I won my first 2 games pretty convincingly. And then the third game,
changed there.
third game, I had to leave a bit early, but it could have been close. But I think I had his measure. I deployed pretty well.
Excellent. So anyway, on to the next thing. What is in your list that you're taking today? 1750 points. What do we got?
So Tau Sept, taking a battalion. I've got 3 Fire Warrior squads with plasma rifles. There's a 12-man squad with a Marker Light on the Shazui, and then there's 2 squads of 9. Same thing, Shazui with a Marker Light. Then I've got an Ethereal on Hover Drone, Fireblade, and also Dark Strider. Then I've got 3 Riptides. 2 of them are the same. They've got Fusion and Heavy Burst Cannon. Then they've also got the Target Lock and what's the other one? Target Lock and Counterfire Defense.
Something like that.
Top of my head. And then the third Riptide's got SMS, so the Smart Missile System, Heavy Burst Cannon, ATS, so the extra -1 on the damage, on the shots, and Drone Controller. Then I've got 3 drone squads, 2 shield drones, 6 drones, and then the third is 6 marker drones. And a Cold Start Commander with 4 fusion. So the plan is to have one of the Riptides, the SMS Burst Cannon Riptide, sit back with the drones, marker drones, sitting back and just shooting. Also having the 12-man squad sitting back with Dark Strider. So Dark Strider gives them a +1 to wound for a unit within 6 and that he can see. So the plan is to sit those sort of 2 units back, sort of control my backfield a little bit and just do some shots from far away. And then the other squads are just going to move forward and hopefully capture some objectives and kill some noble. Oh, and a ghost kill too.
And to top it off, a ghost kill. Excellent. So yeah, it's I always find Tau just really hard to sort of do something against, because you just get yourself wiped. Every sort of game I have played against him, especially recently, the mission hasn't been the greatest for me to go against him. I played a Tau army recently where I had to destroy objectives, and I found myself destroying objectives rather than the army, and that's where I sort of fell down a little bit rather than trying to kill them. So yeah, but anyway, in the Deathguard list, I've taken 3 detachments to get myself some sweet as, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 command points. Which I'll use most of them at the start of the game anyway. So the first is a battalion detachment with Typhus and a Plague Caster. I'll go over the spells when we actually play the game, but I do already have them set up. Then I've also got 2 squads of 15 Poxwalkers, and then a squad of 7 Plague Bearers, Power Fist on the Champion, Blood Launcher and Plasma Gun. Filling it out as well, I've got 2 Blood Drones. The Blood Drones have the Plague Spitters as well, because I think they're fantastic. Super durable units. And then I've also got a Plague Surgeon. The Plague Surgeon is just there to help with the Disgustingly Resilient. He's got his Battle Sword as well, so he's not too shabby in combat. Next detachment I got is a Spearhead detachment, so that's 3 Plague Burst Crawlers and a Chaos Lord. The Chaos Lord has a Battle Sword as well, so he can clean up anything in the backfield. And then to round it all out, I've got a Noble Demon detachment, which just has a Poxbringer and 20 Plague Bearers, and I think we know what we're going to do with those. Boom, drop them down, fail a charge. It's going to be, it should be a bit of fun. So look, I've just started to get a bit more competitive with the Nurgle Demons and the Deathguard, because I am taking them to No Retreat off in Gibraltar, which is going to be fun. This isn't the list I'm taking. I do have another list which I did play test the other day, and it was brutal. So that one I will play later in a game against Dirk, so Dirk can try and smash my face in as hard as he can with it, and I'll try and do the same back, or just survive it and win. But this one is just, a little bit of a fun game today. We'll see how it goes. Just due to all the mission stuff as well, I should hopefully do well against you.
I think it'll be a tight game. We've both got 14 drops, so depending on who gets that first turn, it could be interesting.
Yeah, Dirk figured out 14 drops for both of us, so yeah, whoever gets the first turn, or whoever sees it, is going to have a bit of a fun time. So the mission we're playing as well is Sealed Orders. I think most people should be familiar with that one. It's not one that's played as often anymore, but you generate 6 tactical objectives, hide them from your opponent, you only reveal them once you score them. You have to complete all the objectives first before you can draw the next lot, which then is 5 objectives. Once you complete those 5, it's 4, 3, 2, 1. And then you also can spend 1 command point to discard 3 objectives if you don't want them. So that's the go for today. Dirk, good luck. Let's get into deployment. Alright, so the armies are deployed. So we'll go through the Deathguard deployment first. So if we pan down here, you'll see there's the big Poxwalker mob on how we say it. So when I'm looking down at Dirk's army on the left-hand side, 2 units of 15, so that's 30 of them that's going to be marching forward with Typhus in the middle. He's also got the Plague Caster next to him too. Behind that you'll see the 3 Plague Burst Crawlers and the Chaos Lord. Yes, he is a converted Plague Surgeon, but he's a nice imposing model, fantastic for a Chaos Lord, so there he is. Then when we come over onto the far side, there's the 7 Plague Marines, 2 Plague Drones, and the Plague Surgeon. So that's the army setup. We've got the Demons in Deep Strike as well, so they'll try and pop down probably... We'll see when they pop down, I don't know yet. They'll pop down though at some stage. And from that as well, we'll see what happens. If we look over at Dirk's deployment, Dirk, run through what you've done.
I've tried to entice Leighs Poxwalkers to come towards my infantry models, so hopefully they see some yummy models that they might try to turn into more Poxwalkers. Deployed up in here just because it was a nice viewpoint for those Fire Warriors. Then I've got my Fireblade and my Dark Strider here, so to support Fire Warriors. Then I've got my 3 Riptides with the drones shielding them, so the 2 shield squads and then the marker drones. And then I've got my Cold Star sitting back here. No point in deep striking him because he can jump forward 40 inches. Then my Ethereal just sitting back here. And then the Ghost Killer that can infiltrate has just gone here. just to sort of try to maybe entice them to come and attack.
I think this game's going to be very interesting. So I get the +1 to the roll. So we've got to roll off to see who goes first. So 3, I rolled a 1, 2. Oh. All right.
I think I'll go first.
Okay, well, I'll see if I can seize the initiative. So here we go. Hot dice. I rolled a 1. Do I roll a 6?
No.
Oh, come on. I think you were blind. Wow.
Magic dice.
Dirk's gone first, so we'll go to Tau turn 1 in a sec. Dirk, good luck.
Thank you. So I've got my objectives here that I've got to keep secret from Lee. I'm pretty happy with that. Well, I'll show you where the objectives are so everybody knows where they are for future reference. Cool. Alright, so objectives wise, we've got number 1 just behind the bastion here, number 5 on the sky pads, 6 over here by the tank, then number 2 behind this building, number 4 just out in the open, and then number 3 by this building just over here. Alright, so I guess we'll go into my movement phase and see if I can shoot some stuff. So I've done my movement phase. I've basically moved forward everything that I can. Most things were out of range because of generally about a 30 or a 36 inch range for Tau. So yeah, basically moved all these guys up. My ethereal granted feel no pain. So Riptides did their no reactors, only 1 took a wound, which was fantastic. So these 2 rolled 6s for their feel no pains. Everything else has moved up. Cold Star. My Ghost Kill infiltrated, so he was able to move up, get nice halfway for these melters because he's got all the melter guns. He's also got a shield generator, so hopefully he can stay alive. I forgot to mention that my Warlord is my Fireblade sitting at the back there. So his Warlord trait is... can't remember it off the top of my head, but basically it grants on a roll of a 6 to wound an extra AP, so 1 minus AP on the weapons for a unit within 6 of him and a unit that he can see. So the plan is to use my Dark Strider and my Fireblade with my 12-man Fire Warrior squad to give them on a 5+ to wound the -1 AP. Which is pretty cool. It's basically the best Warlord trait to have for Tau. Everything else is pretty average. So Dark Strider's sitting back there as well. So they'll shoot somewhere over here and they'll be on a 5+. They'll be wounding and doing the -1 AP. So maybe try to wound some of those tanks, but we'll see how we go. I guess I'll go into my shooting phase. Alright, so my shooting phase. There was a Plague Burst Crawler, sorry. Oh. He was in the middle there. So I used my Marker Lights from my Fire Warriors and Dark Strider to light him up. Then I used my stratagem to give me D3, so Marker Light uplink, which gave me 5 Marker Lights hit on him. I then fired all my Fire Warriors, fired all my Riptides burst cannons into him, and I also used another stratagem, the Tau stratagem, which is, off the top of my head, Focus Fire, Tau Focus Fire. Giving me +1 to wound once I cause damage, so any of my other units get +1 to wound. So I used my nifty trick with the 12 Fire Warriors, so they were actually wounding on a 3+ against a toughness 8 unit with their strength 5 weapons, and on a 4, 5 or a 6 they were doing the -1 to their AP. So pretty cool little trick. And then my other shots I killed 1 Plague Marine, killed a couple of Poxwalkers, but they also blew up and did a couple of wounds there. And then my last bit of camera, I'm going to fire my Cold Star. So he's going to fire 2 melter guns into this light drone, and then the other 2 into this one. So this one's got some marker light, so I'm hitting on 2s, rerolling 1s. Reroll the 1. So 2 hits. Wounding on 3s because he's toughness 7 and I'm strength 8. So 2 wounds at -4, so you've got 2 5-ups.
Here we go. Oh, 1 goes through.
So D6 damage. I want to do more than 3.
One. And... Oh, so I take a wound. So he's got 2 wounds left.
I went for the glory, and then 2 more shots into this one. 2 hits, wounding on 3s. 2 wounds there as well, so 2 5-up saves for you on your invuns.
Here we go. 2 3s.
So 2d6 damage. Get 8 damage.
Ooh, here we go. So 6, 8. Well, that's not 2. No, I only passed 2. So that's 6 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not very good.
And that will be the end of my turn. I'll calculate my points and I'll come back. Alright, so end of my turn, I get objective 5, which is here. And objective 6, which is there. So I've got 2 cards. First blood, because I killed the drone. The
Plague Burst Crawler.
Plague Burst Crawler, thank you. And that's all. So 3 points for me. Going to Leigh's first turn.
Alright, we've got the 6 objectives. We should be able to see those relatively clearly there. So it's not a bad draw. So it'll be a tough one, but I think I can knock some of these things off and get me into the game, because Dirk's currently sitting on 3 points, I believe, at this stage. So yeah, let's see if I can weasel my way back into the game.
No.
Alright, so keeping in mind with the plan, we're doing what we need to do. So we've seen the cards, we're trying to work with it. We've got the 2 bloat drones, they're both heavily damaged at the moment, so they've just sort of shot up here. Yeah, this is messed up, so whatever, do what we can. We've got the Plague Marines, which have also moved up. Plague Burst Crawlers have just stayed where they are. The Chaos Lord has moved up a little bit as well. And then the Poxwalkers and Typhus and the Malignant Plague Caster have also moved up. So the Noble Demons are staying in reserve at this stage, because I need to use them later. I need to try and do some damage in this turn. Don't know how much I can actually do, but we'll see what we can sort of walk away with. But if I can try and knock out or at least damage one of the Riptides, that'd be fantastic. So fingers crossed. Don't like my chances though. Too many drones. 2 through. How many? 6 each?
6 each. Probably best bet to do with that one that's already taken a wound.
That's my thought.
This one didn't really get up to where I needed it to be with a poor advance.
Yeah, that's my plan. Let's see what I can do. Woo! Alright, so the Malignant Plague Caster managed to cast Putrescent Vitality on the Poxwalkers. Did have to spend a command point. I've only got 4 command points left, by the way. Only got 4. Not good. So I'm trying not to use these rerolls where I can, but that one needed to go off. And it managed to. So they're just a little bit tougher now, meaning Dirk's going to need 4s instead of 3s, or he's going to need... Depending what he decides to do, he can go get screwed anyway. But then Smite was successful, knocked 3 wounds off.
5 wounds.
Oh, the first one knocked 3
Yep.
off. That's Cold Star, yes.
Yes.
And then then Typhus, he was out of range for his other powers, but he did cast Smite, knocked a further 2 wounds off, so he's got 1 wound left. He will be the closest unit to shoot at as long as I get rid of this, but yeah, don't know if that's going to happen. So fingers crossed. Let's see what we can do. Yeah, shooting phase coming up. All right, so what do you reckon that shooting phase was? Okay?
Yeah, not too bad.
It was okay. So we managed to knock out a unit of drones with the Ghost Kill, and then we managed to knock the Ghost Kill down to 1 wound left. So 9 wounds stripped between the one of the bloke drones in the Plague Marine squad using Veterans of Longwall, which was really handy.
Yeah,
so,
pop on the wound.
yeah, good placement of that stratagem, I reckon. So it's really got its place, Veterans of Longwall. So he's left on 1 wound at the moment. As we can see, the Cold Star is now dead, thanks to the fire from the Plague Burst Crawlers. However, the Riptides are still good. There's still heaps of drones left ready to intercept. Did I kill a drone?
No.
No, you saved it, didn't you?
Passed.
Yeah. That's not good. So, yeah, but at least we're starting to whittle down a few things now. Starting to take away some of the firepower. Some of that deadly melter is going, but those burst cannons are just disgusting. 2 damage each. How many shots is it?
18 when you overcharge.
See, shit, isn't it?
And when you got 3 of them, yeah, pretty good.
Yeah, so, yeah, let's see how we go now. So, I'm going to go into the charge phase. So I might as well just keep filming this, because this might end up being really quick and
There's some good Overwatch. So I'm going to have the Plague Marines charge in first.
So I've got D3 shots with my big gun. So I've got 3 fusion shots combined with the 2 and the D3. So I'm hitting on 5s because I'm the Tau Sept. 1 hit, wins on a 3. 1 dead.
How many wounds?
2d6, take the highest. 4.
4. Okay, here we go. Yeah, one of them's dead.
He got waves.
Here we go. And let's see if I make the charge. Really
Preferably not.
Make the charge. What's that? 7 inches.
That should do it. Yeah, you were within 6 before, so.
So there we go. So they're in, which means the bloat drone should hopefully get in, which means I should hopefully kill him this turn. So, eventful.
Yeah, it was over pretty quick. 1 wound.
So the ghost kill's gone now. The Plague Marine's moved up. He is just within 6 inches of him to... I think it's only 3 inches actually, so it doesn't even matter to benefit from that. So whatever. So they've now consolidated, moved up, ready to get killed in the next turn. Because that's what we're all about. We're all about dying and helping Dirk win the game. So points-wise, however, I managed to score, hold the line score. I get 1 victory point if you have at least 3 units complete within your deployment zone. Your opponent has no models within your deployment zone at the end of your turn. I can't be achieved on my first turn. Shoot. There you go.
What?
Nothing.
You can't achieve on your first turn?
No, I just read that bit down. Whoops. Now you know what I'm trying to do. Okay, secure objective 2. So I've got objective 2 there, held by him. And Scale the Skies, score 1 victory point if at least 1 enemy unit that can fly was destroyed during...
You got 3. You got D3?
No. So I got 2 points.
And I'll get defend objective 6.
Very good. So there we go. Anyway, so that takes us to the end of the Deathguard turn. We've basically killed, 2 units each, but I'm also quite...
You killed 3.
I killed 3, oh, there you go. But still, you've got 3 very strong units there that are still alive and still kicking. So, yeah, these are going to be the bugbear for the rest of the game. But let's see what we can do to sort of try and shut them down. I don't know how good it's going to be. I know I'm definitely going to be losing another Plague Ghost Callers. So. Definite. Thanks, guys. Thanks for coming.
My gracious player opponent has let me discard 3 cards with 1 command point. So on a 6-up, I get that command point back.
3.
Nope. So I'm going to discard my cards and we'll come back to my cards. So with my discarding of cards, I've got a much better draw. This one and this one should go hand in hand with some Nurgle boys, and that's in my area. And these 2 might be in my opponent's, I'll have to check. But pretty happy with that. So movement wise, I've moved just this Riptide and the drones. And the other drones have all moved up. Aethera's moved up. Fire Warriors and Fireblade and Darkstrider have all moved up. Just looking to get some rapid fire shots on these annoying... what are they?
Foxwalkers?
Foxwalkers, sorry. And Riptide's just moved in here, looking to take out this. And that's basically it. So I'm going to blast some things away now.
This is going to hurt real bad, especially over there. That's all dead. Goodbye, kids. Goodbye, you did well. That's the only way to say it.
Alright. Not as effective as I was hoping. All the Fire Warriors unloaded hell into the Poxwalkers. And how many was in that squad? 15?
Yeah.
But I think I killed 1 earlier,
2.
so 2 earlier. So there was 13, so I only killed 10 in the end with all the Fire Warriors, so quite disappointing there. I had 5 Marklights, so I was hitting on 3s, and with Darkstrider, that big squad was wounding. So the big squad had 28 shots with their fire because they were in rapid fire range. But yeah, just didn't get the damage that I was hoping. And then the burst cannons really whiffed for me.
They really whiffed.
Really whiffed. One of the burst cannons only hit 4 times against one of the blight drones and did no wounds.
That was so bad.
Yeah, so that was really disappointing. I was hoping that one of them would blow up and cause the other one to blow up, but he's only got 1 wound left. And that's all the damage I did. Oh, and I did use one of the heavy bursts to wipe out. That was actually really effective. Wiped out the Plague Marines. So as far as points go, I got... Scour the Skies, so they've got the fly keyword, I believe.
Yes.
Yep. So Scour the Skies is the only point I was able to achieve.
And I got Defend Objective 3.
Ah!
Cool.
So I guess we'll go into the Leighs turn.
Alright, so started the Deathguard movement. It's going to be an interesting turn. I've moved up the Poxwalkers. They're within 7. So there's going to be some nastiness occurring here, which is really, really cool, and I'll explain why soon. I moved the Plague Surgeon off. He's just going to be useless here, so I'm just going to move him off into the back line. Maybe you can do something, maybe you can't. We'll see. But the big thing is that the Noble Demons are finally dropped with the Poxbringer and the 20, so I'll try for that big 9-inch charge, but look, knowing my luck, it's going to fail. But you know what? It's a unit in his back line. He has to deal with it. Maybe I'll be lucky, maybe I'll get him, maybe I won't. We'll see, who knows? But I think this turn is going to be clutch for the Death Guard. If they can do a little bit of damage, I think we're in with a chance. If we can't do any damage and we fluff a lot of things, I think it's game for Dirks straight away. So this is the turn.
Forgot to mention that I did get Big Game Hunter last turn too.
He's scoring points, I don't like it. It's not good. Alright, let's see what happens in the Psychic phase. Okay, so, Psychic phase. Dirk, you reckon that was successful?
Definitely successful. Not liking it.
Basically, Typhus cast Plague Wind and killed a few of the guys in front, and then he did Curse of the Leper. Yep. So, this unit he was within 7 inches of the front unit of the Tau Fire Warriors, so I brought back 6 Poxwalkers. So 6 Poxwalkers have now come back into the game. We threw a little bit of Smite as well, so we got another Poxwalker back from the Malignant Plaguecaster, although he did fail to cast Putrescent Vitality, which was a bit disappointing. So, can't win them all in that sort of regard, but it was pretty successful. And then over here as well, the Poxbringer managed to knock off 3 wounds on the Riptide, so yeah, it's... wasn't too bad a Psychic phase for the Death Guard, so...
Looking up for the Noble.
Yeah, looking up at the moment, so the pressure's on, you reckon? It's a good game. It's tight, it's good. So let's see what we do in the shooting phase. Alright, so shooting phase. That was successful?
Yep, so this is definitely turning into Noble's turn. So now you're gonna fail on the charge?
No,
turn into Tau's turn.
I'm gonna do well on the charge. But anyway, let's recap first. So over here did 1 wound with the very, very hurt Bloat Drone. So basically he shot at the Riptide and managed to do 1 wound with his meager strength 4 shooting. Yeah, with his Plague Spitter. So then I only just had these guys up over here. So basically I managed to wipe out, 5 drones?
Yep, 5 drones.
So with all the saves and intercepts and things like that. Did a couple of wounds on him? Did I?
You did 1 wound on him and then 5 drones died.
Yeah, so...
You roll really hot with your hits.
Yeah. It was,
so you could have done more damage, but yeah, lucky.
I think I did right. You actually saved a few, because everything converts to the 1 wound. Yeah. Essentially, 1 mortal wound, and you saved a couple on the mortal wounds as well. Yeah. So, wasn't the most crash hot save, but it was enough to sort of leave 1 alive, which is, a bit annoying, but...
He might die in the morale.
Yeah, that could be a thing, so we'll see. But, look, it's starting to get rid of those drones, which are really pesky, and that's the sort of thing you need to start getting rid of. If they had Epidemius in this list, awesome. Get rid of those drone units, easier kill points. But yeah, look, I think the charge phase is where it's going to really let us know next how this game's going. So, let's see what we do. So,
definitely news turn.
yeah, so basically as you can see, the Poxwalkers, they made big 10-inch charges.
Poxwalkers, all I see is dead fire warriors.
Well, they're fished Poxwalkers now. So a whole bunch of massive charges made, especially with Typhus getting in. That was lucky. I did fail the charge, spent the 1 command point because he rolled a 4 and a 1. Then got the big 6, so I was very, very lucky to get him in. So we could start really going to town with everything. So yeah, it was a good turn. I did fail the charge over there, however.
And you lost 6 to Overwatch.
So not so good there. So
Bloodied made it in with surviving Overwatch.
Yeah, and then
4 rolls.
Yeah, but then you're going to jump out and shoot me down. So just get more than 7 inches away. That's the deal. So look, I think I've done well, but I just think with all the shooting and everything that's going to come, I think Dirk will take this in the end. Even though I've got a big blob of Poxwalkers there, not going to do well for me. So while it was fun. So, yeah, we'll see. So we'll go on to Dirk's third turn. And you scored?
I scored a defend objective 5.
And I got hold the line, so 3 units in my back one, I've got 4. And I'll spend 1 command point, my last command point, to draw the next 3. Well, discard 3 objectives, you get it.
And I don't get your command point.
So, there we go. So, on to Dirk's turn.
So I did spend another command point to get 4 more cards. So pretty good. There's a few achievable ones there, so we'll see how we go. Movement. I've jumped my commands out of combat. Dark Strider gives the ability to fall back and still shoot, which is pretty cool. So they fired their marker lights into the Poxwalkers. Used my last command point to do the uplink marker light. So I've got 5 on the big Plague Walker squad. Poxwalker, sorry. And Riptides jumped out over here, moved forward. They've stayed still. And Fire Warriors jumped down from their hiding spot. Gonna unload onto the Poxwalkers. So I've got 24 shots from the Poxwalkers onto the Poxwalkers with the Fire Warriors. Hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s. Take away the 2s. Pretty good. And these will be wounding on the toughness 4, so winning on 3s, but Dark Strider gives the +1, so winning on 2s. That's many.
Alright. 5 ups. What's up, guys? I'm using Dirk's dice. Well, there's a few saved there.
No, you should use your own dice.
Oh wow, that's a lot saved actually. Hold on. There we go. So and that's a 4 there. So I lose 4, 8, 9 out of the 14 that are there. So it's 5 left. 5 left.
Nice.
Take that.
Terrible tower turn. Whiffed a lot of shooting. I did manage to kill that Poxwalker unit that was there. And then everything else was pretty much very below par. I did also kill the
Bloat drone. And he exploded and then killed.
He exploded, killed, put a wound on my ethereal and killed a drone. Tried to fire my burst cannons into this dude and absolutely whiffed. He only lost 2 wounds out of 18 shots.
You only caused 2 wounds in the end.
Yeah.
2.
So yeah, that was disappointing. Fusions failed to hit. This guy failed to wound or damage that one there. So yeah, really disappointing. No points scored. So yeah, maybe not looking so good for Tau.
Well, I guess we'll see. So, do you have anything else left, or is that your turn?
No, that's my turn.
Oh, score any cards?
Nope.
Oh, will I score any
Come
cards?
back, kid.
Ooh, yeah, come back here. Let's see what I can do. Let's go. Deathguard turn. Okay, so started a Deathguard turn. Basically, I almost could have knocked out all my objectives soon, but I can't do it because I rolled a measly 1 for his run move. I needed at least a 3 to do what I needed to do, and I failed. So it's going to be quite a while before I can pull any cards. So I have to really try and damage Dirk this turn to stop him from scoring and try and rack up some points later on. So basically, the Poxwalkers and everything else moved up here because this is sort of my best bet to try and do some stuff around here. I've obviously kept the Plague Burst Crawlers where they are. And the Plague Bearers have also just moved up ready for a charge. I really hope they don't fail a orange charge.
I hope they do.
Well, I don't. So yeah, it's I think the psychic phase and the shooting phase is going to be really interesting turns. So I think it's going to really tell where the game's at. Especially, I think this turn is really going to tell where it's at. But I'm still behind in points, and I need to get onto my next lot of cards because the next two are going to be really tough to pull off if I don't do this correctly. So good luck. Alright, so not too bad a turn for the psychic phase. So managed to cast Putrescent Vitality onto the Poxwalkers, so they're now strength and toughness 5 with Typhus nearby. We managed to kill Dark Strider, is it? So Dark Strider's gone, so little dude was there. Now dead, and we also did 1 mortal wound against the fellas here. So
And one here and killed 2 drones.
that's it. So yeah, got 3 mortal wounds against the Riptide. However, 2 of them were passed on to the drones. So we're doing some damage. It's good. Shooting phase next. I don't have a whole lot to shoot, but it's good, isn't it? Alright, so not a bad shooting phase. Not too bad. The Destroyer Hive did not shoot well, however. Double 1 hit, and then a 1 to wound, and it's not a plague weapon, so surprise there.
Didn't destroy much.
Didn't destroy much, yeah. Couldn't really call
Not
it
much
Destroyer Hive. But the Plague Burst Crawlers did fantastic. We knocked out the last drone, and we then managed to take how many wounds
6
off?
damage, 6 wounds off that one. Yeah, so he's down a bracket.
So yeah, we did a little bit. Had a few saves, and one of the entropy cannons that got through didn't do any wounds, which was a bit disappointing. So happens. Only rolled 2, but now we're about to move on to the charge phase. There's going to be a lot happening, so we'll come back at the end of that phase because I think a lot's about to happen. It's going to get really messy. Maybe for me to go watch. We'll see. Alright, so not a bad combat phase. Like, it wasn't great, but it wasn't bad either. So Typhus killed off your HQ. What's your HQ?
5 blade.
5 blade?
So that's Warlord too.
Yes, so got Warlord. And now he's just hiding behind the building. The Plague Bearers charged in, didn't do much damage. The Poxbringer managed to do 1 mortal wound. And then that was pretty much it. I think I
Killed a couple of Fire Warriors.
Yeah, 2 Fire Warriors dead.
Yep.
Nothing. But I did roll a 1 for my break test though, and
You rolled 2 ones in a row for
I know.
their break tests.
I
So they've lost a lot in Overwatch, but then they've brought back.
yeah,
You know,
I brought back
half of the
6. Yeah, I brought back 6 out of the. Like the unit should probably be dead by now technically, but I brought them back, so good. And I didn't score any points this turn other than Warlord and.
And I got defend objective 1.
So, there you go. Let's just see what happens in Dirks turn 4.
Movement wise, I had to just move everything in to try to band together. Obviously, with their reroll to hit on Overwatch and the supporting fire will obviously give me a good defense. So I've just basically put everybody. They've all Nova charged. One's down a bracket, but everybody else is hitting normally. Fire Warriors jumped out of close combat. Just gonna see what I can do. Hopefully I can cause enough damage to just keep him back. Yep. So shooting phase, pretty effective. Killed a Plague Crawler. Whittled down the Plague Bearers. So there's only 3 left in that squad. They didn't roll a 1, so no more have come back, thank God. The two Riptides with the fusion and the burst, took out the
Plague Burst Crawler?
Plague Burst Crawler, thank you. And then the Smart Missile one took out these guys. So pretty good. I think I've done what I need to, and I've set myself up, I think, pretty nicely. So we'll see how we go. I didn't score any points.
Alright, so I've just done the movement and psychic phase in one big hit. So basically, quite a bit's happened. We've managed to knock away the last of the drones here. There's only 2 drones left. And we've done 1 wound on this guy. Did we do any wounds?
No.
No wounds on him. So we managed to pretty much clear out all the drones and all the chaff. So we can now start to really pump some shots into the Riptides. Hopefully we can start to knock them down a peg or 2, which is going to be really, really handy. We've got the Malignant Plaguecaster up as well. Oh, actually, you have to take a successful mortal wound save because he cast a psychic power against you, so he takes a mortal wound.
You good?
He saves from the 6 up on a pain? Yep. Okay. Well, there you go. That was fantastic. That's what I have to say to that. Fantastic. Alright, so anyway, next will be the shooting phase, so we might see a dead Riptide in this next turn. Fingers crossed.
Epic.
Epic. So I think we did the charge phase. We didn't recap just until the end because there wasn't a whole lot going on, but it was pretty clutch. But basically, the Plaguecaster killed the Riptide. Had 1 wound left. So little Plaguecaster here, this fella. What a man. What a man. What a mighty man.
Brought him down.
Brought him down. So yeah, pretty happy with that result. There was a lot of Overwatch that went into the Poxwalkers, so literally 3 Riptides overwatching into the Plaguecaster, the Poxwalkers. I think I lost, would have been about 12 Poxwalkers to Overwatch. But so be it, we got rid of a Riptide. That's one of the main things.
I think we're forgetting the most important thing here. Fire Warriors there was 3, what are they called again?
Plague Bearers.
Plague Bearers. Plague Bearers charged in, killed 1 in Overwatch. The 2 charged in, whiffed their attack. Oh, well, they got 2 wounds, 2 6-up saves, I might add. And then my attacks back, I had 6 attacks, hit with 4, wounded with 3, failed 2, feel no pain. Goodbye. So they killed them in close combat. I'm pretty happy with that.
Yeah, but this game's really coming to it. We've got turn 5 next. Look, this game is going to be really tight. It's going to be really tight. It just depends, I think, on the next 2 turns. They're going to go pretty quick. So, depending on how quick things go, we might just recap the main turns, I'd say, just because I think it's going to move pretty quick now. So,
Sure.
I don't think we need to really dissect anything. So, I think I know what's going to happen. So, yeah, if there's anything pertinent, we'll bring the camera back on. But if not, we'll just recap the turns.
Yep.
Okay, so we just played turn 5 then, so the entirety of turn 5, and...
Yep, there's a lot of casualties.
Not much Tau left. Not much Nurgle left.
No, so basically we've got no Typhus because the Riptide moved down and just blasted him to bits. Typhus whiffed a lot of his saves though. So
I went for no guts, no glory. I moved this Riptide to try to take out Typhus. My other Riptide moved back here to take out the Poxbringer. My Fire Warriors moved over here to shoot this guy, which was there. My Ethereal even charged into combat, got him down to 1 wound, but just couldn't get him. I had Assassinate and Kingslayer, so that's why I went for the No Guts, No Glory. So I did get both, but I didn't get 3 characters. So I did roll a D3 and got a 6. So I've pulled ahead on points. So at the moment I'm on 12 and you're on 8.
yes, but if we go to a turn 6, I pull 5 fresh cards, and some could be like, you know, Slay the Warlord, and you get the extra points for that.
Yep.
So you might just, if I pull good cards, it could be really close. If I pull bad cards, so. But yeah, I think this next turn is really going to be crucial at this stage. So yeah, let's see what happens. Let's see if the game goes on. That's the big thing. Because what was that, turn 4?
No, that was turn 5.
That was turn 5?
Yep.
All right, well, let's go. I think we're going
Continues.
on.
Oh, turn 6.
Turn 6. All right, Dirk. See what you can do.
Alright. Kill.
All right, so end of the game, we played turn 6. So we decided not to play turn 7 because no matter what, we couldn't do anything that wouldn't affect the game. So we decided against it. But to quickly wrap up, we what did we do? We killed the
My Riptide moved over. Fire Warriors fired into the Poxwalkers, killed them. Riptide killed the Plaguecaster.
Plaguecaster. Yep.
Yep. So then there was nothing. I'd done. That was my turn done. I didn't score any more objectives. Maybe you shot into.
Yeah. So I tried to beat Hail Mary, which would have got me right up there, which would have been fantastic. I would have got 3 points instead of 1, but you know, whatever. So I had to try and kill 3 units. So the 1 Plague Burst Crawler left. The Heavy Stubber killed off the 1 drone. So I was like, yes, we're on the way. Then the mortar. 6 shots. What was it? 4 hit or something?
Yeah, 3 hits.
Yeah, it was something small, and 2 wounds. There was one sort of say. So I only killed 2, which was just disappointing. And then Entropy Cannon had 2 hits, 1 wound, and then it just did 2 damage. So I was a bit like, damn it. So the game ended. We ended up on what?
I got 13.
And I got 9, so it was close in the end. So I guess we'll just do a quick wrap up.
Yeah, it was a lot tighter than I thought it would be. That first turn, I thought I did some serious damage, and I thought that momentum would keep me going. I whiffed probably the next 2 turns, which did really cost me a lot as far as things just coming and getting me.
It was a good callback from the Deathguard because it was like about 2 turns where I could not score any points. Like just with the way the cards were, where the things were, I just couldn't score any points. So I was like, got to focus on killing you, whittling you down, which I did do, which was great. And because I didn't have any more command points to recycle my strategies, I couldn't pull the new one up, so I had to score them, which essentially kept me 2 turns out. So it took me 2 turns to get to objective 4 to defend it, and I had to spend a whole battle turn of just holding it, so that was really, really painful. And then just because Dirk had units in the middle up until the second last turn or something, couldn't score area denial. And when I pulled my last lot of cards, all I could score was, overwhelming firepower, where I got 1 point, and keep one of my characters alive at the end of the game, which I did with the plague surgeon. So,
I guess I was lucky that I pulled ahead. I got some good cards to start off with, and I spent my command points to get rid of those cards that I couldn't use. So that actually helped me obviously get ahead in the game.
Yeah, I spent too much on some of the command rerolls, I think, and that's my failure sometimes as the player is to try those command rerolls, sometimes on the non-clutch things, and it's just a waste of the points. Because I could have really used that to recycle those cards, which would have been so handy, because I spent 2 turns not being able to score. And some of those cards, besides Domination, which we both got, which is way too hard in this sort of mission, because you have to score it before you can recycle cards, unless you've got the command points left. So I think in this mission you do need to hold on to at least 2 command points just to recycle cards.
I did that in the first 2 turns, and I was able to get maybe at least another 4 more points probably from that.
Yeah, so I think the smart thing in this one is just set aside 2 command points, put them to the side.
Play the mission.
Just to recycle the cards. They're command points that are already gone, just to recycle cards. But overall, how do you think the Tau played?
Good. Not as well as I'd sort of hoped, but still very good. This is a much more aggressive list than I usually play. Taus usually sit back and just shoot. I was getting a bit bored of that, so I decided to go with the fusions on the Riptides and just jump forward really, just mix it up a bit, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was good. Like I was really impressed with how the Deathguard played. They put a lot of damage out because a lot of these things are tough to remove, especially with the shield drones. Like it's tough. You got to chew through a lot of stuff. And considering I don't have much shooting as well,
yeah, you did very well.
I managed to destroy a lot. Like there's only 1 Riptide left that's damaged. It's got what?
He's taken 8 wounds, so he's only got 6 left.
Yeah. So and then the rest is what?
And Ethereal was 1 wound. Yeah. So I really did not have much left. You rolled really well on your psychic, and rolled very well on the shooting that you did have. That was probably the best I've ever seen you roll.
Yes. So it was good rolling, but I couldn't pull the win in the end because playing the mission works, guys. I thought the Deathguard played well. It was just, I think some bad card draws was the only downfall I had. I think I actually played the game well, and I think I rolled well as well. So I think that's what worked. But just having 2 turns of not being able to score and misusing my command points, I think that was the biggest issue I had.
Looking at your list, I was sort of like, I was very confident. I thought that just the Blight Crawlers would be the bane of my existence. But I thought if I killed 1, I should be able to do it pretty easy. But the other stuff is just so resilient as well. It just doesn't die.
The blow drones are fantastic as well. Even though they got highly damaged in the first turn, they still went on to
they still arrived in another 2 turns sort of thing.
But they did some damage. That was the main thing, and it kept
just kept whittling away.
So I think the Deathguard are good. There's probably a few more things that need some better damage output, but at the same time, they're still good.
Yeah.
They're still really good. So, you know, I'm looking forward to playing with my no retreat list. So we'll be definitely playing against that in the future. But I've got about 5 or 6 big models I'm going to paint before I'm going to get it out into a battle report. So I'll definitely get those out to play against you as well, especially using the no retreat format for no retreat 7. So we'll play a few games with those, but I'm just going to make sure I get that stuff painted first because I don't like playing with unpainted models. And yeah, so that's that. Dirk, thank you. You've
Thank you very
notched up another goddamn win against me. So when I get that next list, I'll get you one. So yeah. But anyway, we'll hopefully do another one soon for you guys, and see you later.
That's all.